Parents in the town of Clarksdale, 2 hours north of the valley, are breathing a sigh of relief after an attempted kidnapping on school grounds. Police releasing this surveillance video yesterday afternoon of the suspect who walked onto the elementary school campus, filmed the girls in the bathroom, and then tried to abduct them. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. Tonight, that suspect is behind bars. 12 News journalist Sean Rice was just in a meeting where parents were able to voice their concerns about keeping their kids safe.
An attempted abduction and kidnapping on school grounds. That's something Clarksdale Police Chief Randy Taylor tells me simply never happens in this town of just under 5,000 people. But many parents who attended a community meeting here at the elementary school tonight tell me they're still left on edge, wondering how someone with scary intentions made it fully onto campus.
Shaken to their core, but certainly their sense of security was diminished greatly.
Clarksdale Police Chief Randy Taylor feeling the effects of actions taken by a person he describes as sick. Monday afternoon, police say 22-year-old Micah Hines, a former student at Clarksdale Jerome Elementary School, walked onto school grounds and tried to film multiple young girls in a bathroom. Those girls immediately noticed him.
He grabbed two of them and told one of them, "You're coming with me."
An attempted kidnapping on school grounds, foiled when the girls got away from Hines's grasp. Surveillance video shows him running away the same direction he came from, an area of thick brush on the south side of the school. Clarksdale police responded within minutes, set up a perimeter to search for him, but Hines was able to board a public transportation bus and flee the town. Through the sharing of this video on social media, a relative noticed this limp the suspect walked with and told police Hines was the person responsible.
He came to the station and agreed to an interview, at which time he told us that he was a suspect.
At a community meeting Tuesday night, Clarksdale parents questioned the school's security procedures and their decision to lock down the school for a short time, but then allow students to walk home when the suspect wasn't yet in custody.
And give the parents at least a little information and let us help. Us as parents would love to come pick up our kids. We would love to know, hey, be at the bus stop waiting for your kid because this individual isn't in custody. That's all we want right now.
School Superintendent Matt Shoemaker told parents the staff did all they could to ensure the safety of students and every policy and procedure was followed. Nonetheless, he vows more improvements will be made.
Yes, we've got a large exterior space to be concerned with, and we're going to continue to focus on that.
Thankfully, no students were physically injured, though the emotional impact will stick with them for some time. Those emotions also deeply felt by the town's chief of police.
When something happens, it not only happens to the community, but it happens to us as an organization as well.
Tonight, Hines faces a slew of felony charges, including kidnapping, voyeurism, and trespassing. And tonight, he also remains inside the Yavapai County Jail. In Clarksdale, Sean Rice, 12 News.
All right, Sean, thank you. New developments tonight in the case of Tyrone McAlpin. The Phoenix Police Department has issued one-day suspensions to 3 different officers for their conduct in the case. Last August, McAlpin, who is deaf and has cerebral palsy, was punched and tased by officers after being stopped at a Circle K. All charges against McAlpin were dropped by the county attorney's office last October. He has since filed a $3.5 million notice of claim against the department.
His attorney released a statement to 12 News tonight saying it's disappointing but consistent with the city of Phoenix's failure to respond to problems within the Phoenix Police Department. The Phoenix Law Enforcement Association also sent us a statement saying in part, "We support accountability when there is actually wrongdoing, but disciplining officers solely because it aligns with public opinion rather than fact is wrong and morally corrupt." You can read the full statement right now. It's up on our website, 12news.com. All right, let's talk weather. On the heels of another record-breaking day of heat in the valley, meteorologist Chris Dunn is here with a first look at our weather impact forecast. Chris, how hot did we get today?
Not quite to 100, but we did get hot enough to break a record today. So there's your broken record, 99 today, the old record 96. So that makes it the second hottest day on record in the month of March in Phoenix, 100. is tomorrow's record, and we will not get there. Unseasonably warm clouds move in tomorrow, so another little interesting twist in the mix for our weather. Not quite as warm tomorrow as it was today. Breezy and not nearly as hot by Friday, and that'll take us through the weekend. So tomorrow afternoon is going to be high heat for March standards, but not as hot as it was today. So nothing really too extreme, but just take it easy. Take it in the air conditioning and make sure you're drinking lots of water and stay hydrated. On the weather map, we do have a sprawling area of high pressure resulting in the high heat that we had today and a little area of low pressure just offshore. It's already starting to send some clouds our way. So we'll have some mid and high level clouds during the day tomorrow, and that will filter out the sun from time to time. Right now, we're still 82 in Phoenix. The forecast numbers and a look at your weekend still ahead.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes, Chris. Thank you. Tonight, one of the state's oldest school districts is deciding whether to close down two of its schools with another closure down the line. The Phoenix Elementary School District discussed their options in an intense meeting, saying that they have to come up with millions of dollars in the upcoming budget. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly is there for that meeting, which is still going on at this late hour. And Chase, it was a massive turnout for tonight's vote.
Caribe had actually reached capacity inside with about 100 people speaking out about what the district should do to solve this $13 million problem. A lot of those people still right in those doors behind me. We did learn that the district approved about cutting 40 positions within the district, but the vote that everyone's waiting on right now is to find out if the district is going to make those closures happen for those schools or decide to cut programs. But here are their options.
Families with Phoenix Elementary School District have been fighting to keep 3 schools open. Dunbar and Hurd Elementary Schools, along with ASU Preparatory Academy, all at risk of shutting down because the district is facing a $13 million budget shortfall due to declining enrollment. The district at Tuesday's meeting laid out 3 options. Close down the schools and cut about 65 teachers and other staff, not close the schools and have to cut about 90 positions, or do both.
I hope you would consider the well-being of my children.
It was standing room only during Tuesday's meeting, with the room divided on how to move forward. Parents and students spoke out against the closures, saying families will be devastated.
The school means too much to me and my friends to have it be closed.
I worry that my children will lose access to quality education, assistance programs, and an environment where they feel safe and valued.
Those in favor included some teachers saying if this didn't happen, before and after school programs like pre-kindergarten and sports would have to go, and more teachers would lose their job.
It's actually a disservice to all Phoenix Elementary students to keep these open while cutting services and programs.
So I urge you at this time to make the difficult decision to consolidate schools.
The district said by not closing the schools, some teachers would have to take on multiple roles, and they would still have to make other cuts down the line, creating real frustration for everyone here.
Our community deserves better.
Others asked to delay the vote once again, but most didn't want that, worried it's going to put the district in further financial strain.
We need to avoid receivership, we need to make hard decisions, and we need to be able to plan.
Now, out of all those speakers who came out today, the one option that a lot of parents and families and even teachers were going for was that Plan A, was to close down those 2 schools and have about 65 teacher and other position layoffs, but they'll be able to keep that pre-kindergarten. They'll be able to keep those before and after school programs. All that being discussed right now as we speak. Of course, we'll be sure to keep you updated on what the board decides, but from what I'm hearing is that they said they have to make a decision tonight. We're live in Phoenix. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, thank you. The Buckeye city manager has resigned after allegations by the Department of Child Safety. Dan Cotterman has been on leave since Friday, pending the result of a criminal investigation. Glendale police is investigating. They haven't said what he's being accused of, but we do know that he has not been arrested or charged with the crime.
New developments tonight in the case of a missing yoga teacher who was found dead. 45-year-old Marcus Freiberger went missing back on February 21st, and police now say his body was found in a rock quarry near 15th Avenue and Broadway last week. Loved ones believe this was foul play, saying his truck has yet to be found. Earlier today, we spoke with the owners of Melrose Yoga, the studio where Marcus taught.
He was larger than life. He had a very big personality, and I mean, when he came up to see you, I mean, you got a big hug from him. Just a sweet, sweet guy.
Phoenix police say the case is currently being handled as a death investigation while they await the results from the medical examiner.
Governor Katie Hobbs is now in charge of the 22 tribal flags that were removed from the Phoenix VA hospital. They were taken down under a policy the VA says went into effect in February. Governor Hobbs posted on social media today that she's accepted the flags with approval from tribal leaders and is now displaying them in the Executive Tower Rotunda at the state capitol. She went on to say that she will always support our veterans and vows to keep the flags safe until they can be returned to their rightful place.